As a supply teacher, I'm pretty flexible with my teaching methods and how I run my classes. So I think that's kind of one of the bonuses, really, with learning how to educate and learning how to lead our youth. I get to try many different teaching methods. So today I went into the classroom. It was a phys ed classroom. It was the gym, actually. And in the past, I always observed these grade 10 women kind of being lazy and not really putting in a good effort with or without their regular teacher. Whenever their regular teacher's there, more or less than half the kids are never engaged, very rarely engaged. There's maybe a few engaged, but obviously not very many. Being a supply teacher, I'm always running into this problem. No one's ever engaged, and I always hear the brunt of it. So today I went into the gym with a little bit different philosophy and a different approach. Today was a day with, or a period simply, of unschooling. And I went into the classroom Friday morning, first period. I sat down on the bleachers with my attendance list, excuse me, and just crossed my legs. And I chatted with the students. And I started to look at the attendance, and then I decided not even to bother with the attendance today because whoever was there wanted to be there. And I asked them what their choice for the activity was. Today was choice day, it was a Friday. And one of the girls said that the teacher had chosen for them, had picked the game for them. So I said, well, is the game fun? Do you guys want to play this game? Oh, no, not one student wanted to play the game. So I said, okay, well, we don't have to play that game. What's your choice today? You guys decide. I'd like to empower you guys, the students, for the day. So everyone kind of started by sitting around and kind of waiting for me to take attendance and waiting for me to tell them what to do. So I just continued to sit and chit chat, and I was talking with a few of the students, and one of the students was getting ready for a gymnastics competition on the weekend, so I offered her a chance to practice her routine. I suggested she demonstrate for the rest of the class her routine. And she was nervous at first. She said no, she didn't want to. Some of the girls said, nah, we don't want to watch her. Some asked to play dodgeball. So I said, sure, let's play dodgeball. So I went out and helped set up a dodgeball game. I went into the equipment room, grabbed the dodgeballs, and I started setting up a dodgeball court, and then I just kind of turned the dodgeballs over to the students. I didn't try to formulate teams. I put all the I put all the marbles in their basket, and I just wanted to observe what would happen. So as the class progressed, a few of the students were playing dodgeball. A few of the students were playing soccer. A couple of the girls were in the equipment room. A few of the girls tried to get the stereo working and to put on the music. And then I noticed about 25-30 minutes into the class, I looked around the gym. Sorry, I keep referring to the classroom as the gymnasium. I looked around the gymnasium and it was amazing. Every single student in the class was participating in some form of activity. And I thought, wow, this is a record. Me as a supply teacher has engaged every single one of these students, which not even their regular teacher does on a daily basis. I thought it was pretty incredible, and I saw firsthand experience at what unschooling actually provided for some of these students, even though it was so new and so different for them. At first, they didn't know how to react, they didn't understand. And then, as the day progressed and as the hour progressed, they started to feel almost important and they started to play and enjoy themselves. Although this only lasted for about 5 or 6 minutes. No, I'd say a better part of 10 minutes. Every single person in the class was engaged. I don't think I've ever seen that in my 4 years of supply teaching, which was a miracle. And then they kind of quickly lost interest again because I think that's just what they are accustomed to, is losing interest. So then a few of the girls continued to play soccer. I participated in the game of soccer. I observed some of the girls pulling out their digital cameras, and digital cameras are a big no no, and cell phones and texting are big no nos in the school that I work. So I just kind of observed. I made sure they weren't doing anything mischievous or wrong, and the women wanted to take pictures. Some of the girls wanted to take pictures, so they made some poses. They had some group shots. They did some fun shots. Um, they giggled. They laughed. Some of them sat on the floor. Some of them still played soccer. Some of them threw a basketball. Some of them did their own thing, and then a few minutes later, the girl doing gymnastics started doing gymnastics, and she started practicing her cartwheels and her front walkovers and her tumbling, and I think I just really gave them a choice, and I think they just finally understood that they could do something other than have their hand held and I think they were really engaged, and I thought it worked really well for that particular instance, and I was extremely pleased with the results. And really, I'm gonna try to bring this into my teaching. I'm gonna try and use this into my teaching as I continue to supply teach and see what kind of results I get. I think it's fascinating, and I agree 100% with Dr. Ricci that we should not oppress our students, and we should not tell them and spoon feed them and guide them every single minute of every waking hour. We need to create students that can make decisions on their own and pursue passions and interests on their own. And I thought it was just great that I witnessed it firsthand and that I have this opportunity to try different teaching strategies. And for the rest of the semester and the rest of the class, I'm going to use this as my reflection and as a way to implement unschooling if that's possible, and as a supply teacher, and just try to open up a few more eyes in our youth and empower them and try to give the power back to them, and you know show them that the sky's the limit and they can choose anything they want and they can dream and have passions and set goals that are out of this world if that's what they choose and if that's what they're interested in. And I know as a young student and athlete, I was able to do that and I flourished, and I think that's where I'm in a great position today, that because I learned so many things on my own and didn't have someone spoon feeding me and stepping me step by step in and out of the house. It's just amazing what we're dealing with students these days and children, and it's sad to see. And unfortunately, that's why we're in the state that we're in right now. It's because all these students have never had a chance to think on their own. And this unschooling business has really given them a chance to think and to pursue a passion and a motivation. And it's just something so extremely different that so many people have so many cautions and are so worried and think it's anarchy and they need structure and we need structure. You're crazy to do this. That can't happen. What if? What if? But I just actually witnessed it firsthand, and it was an unbelievable experience. Anyways, I'd like to sign out there for the night and say till next time. And I'm going to enjoy the first set of readings that I have to do with our class. And I just like to say thanks for the first session. Over and out.